Hard work, being messy on hip hop. All of that helps.
Because you have a great tone. You know what I mean? I remember we interviewed you last time. We've been out dancing and everything. And you done let Carly Red just contaminate you going to make this song. Because I didn't know about Messy Spice.
You say what?
Messy Spice? Yes.
Oh,
I don't think I was messy. I think I was, I wouldn't say messy. Joc, don't even bother with it.
Come on.
Don't even bother start.
Come on. Yeah, now.
We was all good.
Don't even bother start.
Okay. I mean, what do you call it, Spice?
I don't call it messy. I feel like I was, keeping it real. I was keeping it real.
Keeping it real
Spice.
messy, right?
No, I would feel like I was keeping it real.
But
now, me and my husband been watching Love and Hip Hop. Like, we know.
Do you think I was messy?
Yeah,
I was keeping it real.
A little bit because
I don't know if you're keeping it real.
I was keeping it real.
Covenant with your friend, even though you said you didn't know a lot of details, you thought it was some back in the day stuff, but you felt like, you and Joc have a certain bond. And you think that Joc and Kendra are cool together. So I understood the dilemma.
So let me put you on the spot right now. And don't lie to me. Look at me. Don't blink. I'm looking at you. I'm going to know if you're lying.
Go ahead.
You have a best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And she comes to you and say, hey, baby, this is what happened. And you're like, really?
Right.
And then you got another friend and another friend. You are going to run from your best friend and go to your other friend and say, hey, listen, this is what my best friend said.
I would not do that.
Okay,
no.
there you go. So I wasn't being messy.
Well, Joc my best friend, right?
So I didn't run to him and say, hey, my best friend said this and that. I just didn't know what to do. I was in the middle. I was caught in a situation. But I wasn't messy.
Listen.
If I was messy, let me tell you what would have happened. I would have run to Kendra and said, Kendra, baby, you got to call this wedding off. This is what's happening.
No, you can't tell nobody what to do.
I know, but I'm saying that would have been messy.
But
I would have went straight to the source.
No. Here's
but I was like, I'm going to keep it cute. I'm not going to be messy. I'm going to stay out of it. And that was the right thing to do.
It's a messy situation. So
exactly.
It's a messy situation that is presented to you. Everything
and I kept my mouth
surrounding it is going to come off messy.
But I kept my mouth shut. I didn't say anything.
Here's the issue. Here's the issue, Spice. If I know that I'm going to go tell somebody that I know going to run their mouth, it's almost
so you're saying that it's Shekinah that's the problem. I'll take that. I agree. I agree. I'll take that one. Joc, you're right. I agree. You say, okay,
that your
Shekinah's the problem. Shekinah's the problem.
No, we got to the root. You the root.
Shekinah's the root.
You the root. Because
now
She's not the root. The person who actually told her and the rest of the people is the root of this.
That's
she's not the root.
That's the root.
She is in a position where she has to play the middle now.
Yeah.
Because
somebody kiss and tell. Allegedly.
But then we gonna sit here and act like she don't manage Spice and like she ain't in the damn building. Like she not here. so that
well, I've been waiting to meet her.
That's the whole part. I'm just trying to be cordial.
Yeah,
but that's the BS for me.
Bring her to the stage, Shyneka.
You are crazy for this.
For what?
Come on, Messy.
Because I don't even
meet her. We've been waiting to meet you, meet her.
Coming to the podium. Introduction.
I didn't volunteer information to my friends.
Hold on. Come on.
No business.
But I thought that's what we was doing today.
That's what we was doing.
But
continue in the mess.
But somebody on the production side of things did not look into who would be accompanying you today, Spice.
Yes.
And so we're trying to have a civilized conversation.
But there's an elephant in the room.
And that is definitely an anomaly in the room. So an elephant, an anomaly, yes. And we're not going to sit here and act like Meda's not in the room.
Talking about Messy, and I had to acknowledge that Spice was not the source of the mess, the conversation that has stirred up this season of Love and Hip Hop.
And me trying to be a G about mine and not even be on she can't come in here. I'm just like, okay.
Because it was a question.
I'm just sitting back with my arms folded, like, I'm going to be cordial. But now we talking and y'all bringing up Love and Hip Hop like Meda's not in the room. So,
it wasn't that. It was where the conversation went.
Because I could have been on some old bitch shit and be like, nah, Meda can't come in here, but I wasn't even on that.
So let's get to it. The source of the conversation is Meda. She's in the building. Meda,
Can you come close to the mic? You got to
Mida's
talk right
actually
up
a
on
part
the
of
mic.
my production team, my management team. So she goes everywhere with me, shows, interviews. She's the one who set up, all the interviews. So
Scoot over a little bit, Joc.
Since
I just feel
y'all
like
talking about
that should have been said.
Yes. Can you come? You got to talk
So,
right up on the
Bunny.
mic.
Well, I did see from the
Solo.
initial interview that happened that how she was introduced on this season, that they have business together, and that you were the person who recommended her song to the
Grammy board.
Yeah, the Grammy board. Okay. So we knew that they had some kind of business together. What we didn't know was that she was going to be present today. So since she's present, and we're trying to X out my girl Spice from being the corporate of the conversation, it was Meda. Meda, how did your involvement with Joc get introduced to the show?
Basically,
Come
I
close.
was with my friend, and I was having a conversation with him, and she started asking me questions.
Mm-hmm.
And so I answered my friend.
Okay.
It wasn't something I brought up like, hey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you my business. Yeah. I've been having a situation or whatever it is that we had. I've been knowing him for years. I've never told anybody about it. But no one's ever asked me.
So why would you think it's important to bring it out right when this man? So why do you think right when he's about to get married?
I never went and told anybody. She asked me a question and I
Okay.
answered
See,
her
y'all
question.
playing volleyball.
All right. So Spice, why did you ask her if they were involved?
Because she got a phone call from him. They're friends, first of all. I don't know why Joc and Meda are acting like they're not friends. They had a past together. Everybody have a past.
He never said that they weren't
Right. So I'm saying,
The
call was a call.
You gotta understand the space that I'm in. So respectfully, I'm trying to keep everything cordial, but this has been like this whole
whatever, Joc.
Okay,
you got a pass. You called her. You are friends, and I said, "Hey, what's going on with you and Joc? I never knew that you and him so cool." And she's like, but she's like, she didn't want to answer, so I just asked the question straight up. What, you and him were involved? And she said yes. And I'm inquisitive, so I'm gonna ask, like, wait, but he's getting married. And she's like, no, it's not like that. It's not now. It's then. And then she told me when, but I can do maths. I know 1 and 1. 1 plus 1 is 2.
Mm-hmm.
So when she said, her past is that, I'm like, but wait.
Okay.
And that's how it started.
All right. And so
they have a past, and that's it.
This past ended up getting brought to a conversation at a dinner table.
Exactly.
Why was that?
Because
she opened her mouth and said the shit to Shekinah. So
and that's where Spice. I just had to get to where Spice was being messy in the conversation. And I'm like, no, Spice.
No, that's not how it goes. I'm not messy.
Yeah.
Shekinah came to me and said, hey, girl, what we doing for Joc wedding? I want to get Kendra something. We got to do something for Kendra. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I feel some kind of way.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Because Spice, you supposed to be my dog on some real shit.
But I am.
I know. But I'm saying, though, before you even had a conversation with Shekinah, why you ain't gonna have that conversation with me?
Because you were getting married, and I felt like it wasn't the place. It was neither here nor there for me to come to you and say, hey, Joc, you're getting married. Let's talk about Meda.
Okay. No. I get it, but I'm saying,
it has nothing to do with your current now.
So
I
why
don't need to
even
come
say
ask you.
anything to Shekinah?
Yes.
Because she wanted me to do something with Kendra, and I didn't feel right in my spirit. Because that's how that's how I am.
So you feel like you had to give an explanation, a detailed explanation of why your spirit was uneasy.
Exactly. Because if I said to Shekinah, hey, no, I don't want to do nothing for Kendra, she's gonna feel like I'm being fake or messy or something is wrong. So yes, I had to tell her. I said I feel some kind of way because I don't know how to approach her because I know something.
But that was messy because why you couldn't come
no,
to Joc
it's not.
at that point when they
because
said I want you
Joc
to interact
and
with
this
Kendra.
girl have a past relationship. It has nothing to do with Joc and Kendra. But now I go to them go say no.
But you passing
no, that would have been messy.
You telling somebody else that's been extra messy.
No.
You capping it off with your friend Joc and Kendra.
So
what people's business belongs.
So because I didn't fake and go to Kendra and do a celebration with her, knowing that, my friend and whatever, I'm messy. No, I feel like I'm real.
You call Joc a friend?
he is my friend.
And your manager is a friend.
He is my friend, and that's why during him planning the wedding, I don't need to go to him with his past. That has nothing to do with his present.
But his past ended up being a whole table conversation.
Yes.
Spice, it was because of you.
Because I know something.
What?
John.
What you know?
What you know?
Huh?
What you know?
You want me to go there?
Yes.
You want me to go there?
Yes, I want you to.
You sure?
Of course.
Spice about to get married?
No.
Do I need to talk about Miami?
Miami? I don't know what's happening in Miami.
You don't remember we were filming in Miami?
And then what happened?
We got the receipts. Don't worry about it.
Don't follow
John, what are you doing?
Say what?
At the mansion.
And then what?
And
then what?
You're being real diplomatic right now for your business to spice up this season of Love and Hip Hop.
Right?
And for what it's worth, I definitely want to know from Meda if she really feels like she's the one who got away from Joc, because it was a lot of
what is this?
It was a lot of emphasis.
There's no shot. Yes, Joc.
Meda, come on, we can do it without Joc. Come on, Meda.
She plead the fifth. Meda pleads the fifth.
You feel you was right and justified by putting all this out?
She did not.
What are you saying to me?
You feel like you was right and justified by putting all this in the air?
I feel that I can tell my friend anything. If she asks me a question, I'm not going to lie to my friend.
Thank you.
I've never in all these years came out and said any of my business to anybody. But what I'm not going to do is be called a liar, and I'm not going to lie. If a close friend, now if somebody that I don't know asks me a question, I'm going to say mind your business. But if my close friend asks me a question, I'm going to answer the question. You can look at it however you want to look at it. And I'm gonna look at it.
I look at it. I look at it as
you're seeing the big picture of how it ended up. You're not understanding.
That's what we have to look at when we start the small pictures, the big picture.
But it's a lot of moving.
Because I see the big pictures and a lot of years, and you know.
And I just want to say, it has been a pleasure interviewing you this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
What's the name of the album?
Thank you. Emancipated is the name of the album. Make sure y'all stream it and grab it. Click the link in my bio file. Follow me at Spice Official. You don't know it. That's what it is.
I'm still trying to figure out. I ain't know whether
you still trying to figure out the
was
same
in
thing?
love or not, because
what do you mean?
Because it was like we married each other here and there.
She said Joc loves me. I'm like,
yeah.
She said loved with a D at the end.
Hey.
It's a past.
Yo, it's so
a past tense. You know what I'm saying?